Hello everyone, how's it going? Got a video for you today. What else is new? So yeah, this video we're gonna be talking about one of my favorite sketchbooks. It's gonna be kind of like a review, I guess. I've been wanting to do this, so I kind of do like reviews and talk about the different tools and art supplies that I use when I draw, so that you guys can kind of get a feel of where I'm at, because I get those questions a lot, like what kind of sketchbook do you use, etc., etc. So this is one that I have gotten fairly recently. It's the Traveler's Notebook from Traveler's Company, and it comes with this nice leather cover. When you buy it, it comes with a cover and like one of the notebook inserts, because this is actually a refillable sketchbook, which I really like. So you've got this nice treated leather cover, which is super cool. It kind of wears over time, and it's got these elastic bands in it that hold in the notebook insert. So you can see it's the Traveler's Notebook from Traveler's Company right here. And this is I was waiting to do this video until I finished the sketchbook. I had just ordered it, and it came with the blank paper insert, notebook paper. So this is there's different kinds of inserts, and this is one of the notebook inserts with blank paper, but I've just used it as a sketchbook. The paper is nice and white. It's kind of thin, but it's smooth. It's great for drawing with pen, pencil, colored pencil, any dry media pretty much. Felt tip pens, it would be really good. But this paper is really thin, so I used it and I really liked it. It worked out really nice as a sketchbook. And by the way, you can also get a full digital copy of this sketchbook, all scanned up for you to look through all the pages if you like, on my Gumroad. It's a pay what you want, so you can pay $0 for it if you would like, or more would also be cool. But yeah, I'll put the link for that in the description, so you can all go download the sketchbook and check out the drawings that I've gotten here. But the cool thing about this sketchbook, as I've said, it is refillable, and all you really do is slide it out. It's got this elastic band in here, and when you put the notebook insert in, you just slide it in like that, and it stays in. It's also got like a little bookmark style cord, and another elastic band goes through the back cover to hold the whole thing closed if you want. Now, the only thing about this that I would say the downside to having the cord on the back is you have the knot here on the other side of the cover, and when the sketchbook lays flat on that knot, there's kind of like a bump underneath, which if you're using it for writing or like an everyday carry to jot down notes, that's fine. But when I'm drawing with it, I actually just pull that out, and then you can put the elastic band just around the cover loose like that. And I find that works pretty well, and that way you don't have that bump underneath. But other than that, this is a extremely solid design. I love the leather, and I like the way that it kind of gets worn over time, because when I got this, it was totally smooth without any of the like scuffs or anything like that. So it's kind of cool that way. So I bought some new inserts for this. As I said, this one was one of the notebook inserts, so it's supposed to be like notebook paper, which worked just fine for drawing. But I did get some special sketchbook inserts, because they do have those. So this is the number 12 Traveler's Notebook insert, the blank sketch paper. This is really nice. I was just opening up this to look at it before I started the video, and it's got a nice thick paper. It's almost like cardstock, but the pages are perforated as well. I don't know how close you can see there, but the pages are perforated, so you can actually tear them out once you're done drawing. But these inserts are really great. I'm really excited to draw with these. And in the first part of the video, I'm going to be talking about the sketchbook. In the second part, I'll do a little kind of demo on some of this paper, so we can both find out how it works. I think that'd be pretty fun. So I got two different inserts. I got the regular sketch paper, which is a little bit thicker and perforated, and then I got the lightweight sketch paper as well. So this one I have not seen for myself yet, but that's the number 13 insert, as you can see. So this one is kind of like the one I've already had. This is actually maybe even more lightweight. I got this one so I could have the sketch paper insert just for doing, drawing, finished artwork, more detailed sketches. This I got for doing doodles and faster stuff and writing notes and stuff like that. So not so much as like an actual functional sketchbook, but kind of just like an extra collection of paper to have in my sketchbook, because you can put more than one insert in if you want. And you can get all sorts of other accessories for these notebooks as well. They sell everything from extra elastic bands to put more inserts in to like adhesive pockets you can put in the notebooks and like pen clips, all sorts of different stuff. And a great place to go to check this stuff out. I get all mine from jetpens.com. I'll put that link in the description as well. They have all the traveler's notebook stuff, including all of the accessories and extra things that you can get. I also got this. This was the last thing I got. It's a plastic zipper pouch that fits in the notebook, and I wanted to get that obviously to have extra space to store like little note scraps and stuff like that, pieces of paper, and obviously pens and pencils and stuff as well. And so that's just going to slide in here just like that, and then I'll have the elastic band to put in my sketch inserts. So if you're interested in getting one of these sketchbooks, I definitely say check it out. The covers themselves, and they do come with like one notebook insert. The covers cost around $30, but it's really nice treated leather, so you're definitely getting what you pay for there. It's something that's going to last you a really, really long time. And you can check that out at JetPens, like I said. So I've got this zipper pouch in here, which I really like. It's gonna really help me out because I'm always like shoving extra pens and stuff in here and kind of just throwing them in loose in my backpack wherever. So having like a designated place to keep pens and stuff like that is going to be really helpful. And so yeah, it's pretty much just that easy. Putting in new inserts and stuff is super simple. You just slide it into the elastic band and then you can rubber band it closed if you want. And these the Traveler's Notebook, when you get it, it comes with a bunch of extra elastic bands. It's got an orange one for some reason and 2 extra brown ones. You can take these not only to replace your elastic bands for the cover if you lose those, but you can also put these in the back of the notebook right here. There's like a notch. You can put those in there, not only to just hang on to them so you don't lose them, but you can actually use these to put extra notebooks in. And I'll slide that down later so the knot isn't right there, but I just wanted to show you right now that you can just put that extra elastic band in there, and that'll give you an extra band for an extra notebook insert. Just like that. Bam. And so it starts to get a little thick, but I kind of like that. It's the cover holds up well to having multiple inserts in there, so I like that. Kind of creates a nice like thick, heavy book for you to carry around. But it's nice. So yeah, I'll be doing some drawing in this as well in the second part of the video, which is going to come up right after this. But yeah, in case you were wondering about this sketchbook notebook system, here it is. Doesn't have to be a sketchbook. Like I said, they have all sorts of different papers. They have lined paper, grid paper, planners, all sorts of different stuff. So this can really be like anything you want. It's really cool. It's kind of like a customizable hybrid sketchbook. But yeah, anyway, we'll get on to the part of the video where I start doing some drawing in here. So that part's coming up. It's right now. Yay. All right, now I got all the things put in here. So I got the zipper pouch, that's in there. The sketchbook with the drawing paper, I've got that one in first. And then, ooh, I got some business cards tucked in there. And then I got the light paper one back here. All tucked in. It's nice and satisfyingly thick once you got a few different things put in there. But this is, you know, for the price investment that you put into like the actual cover itself, which like I said is about $30. The inserts are really well priced. They're between like $6 to $9 for most of them. Like the sketch one was a little bit more. That one was like $9. But the rest of them are around $6 to $7. So you pay once to get the nice cover, and then it's actually pretty cheap compared to a lot of other sketchbooks. Because a lot of other sketchbooks you can expect to pay $10 or more per sketchbook, even if especially if you're doing something like Moleskine. You know, those are like $18-19 a piece for like the Art Plus versions. But this paper is really, really nice. Like it's what I like to use. Like low tooth, like a little bit of tooth, but almost no tooth. Smooth and thick. You could probably even use like light watercolor on this. Probably marker. I'll have to try another experiment where I use some watercolor to see how it handles. But as far as like it's gonna be, I already know it's gonna be great for dry media. Most of the stuff I like to use, you know, graphite and pen and stuff like that. It's perfect for me, and that's kind of just a testament to like yeah, different sketchbooks are good for different people, because some people like to draw with, you know, different materials in their sketchbooks. You know, maybe like you like to use oil pastel or something like that, and you need a heavier paper than like regular drawing paper. Then this paper may not be for you, but for me, it's really great. I really like it. And it works. It already feels really good with the graphite. I'm just gonna do a few like quick little doodles here, and kind of try out some graphite, try out some ballpoint, and try just a few different things on this first page here, so I can get like a good idea of the paper, like how it feels, how it behaves, that kind of thing. I usually do this when I get a new type of paper, a new sketchbook, just so I can get an idea of how it's going to work with the way I draw and the things I use to draw and all of that stuff. And I've tried a lot of different sketchbooks. My favorite sketchbook prior to discovering this one was the Moleskine Art Plus. Like I mentioned, that's a really solid sketchbook. Really, really solid. It'll work for a lot of different needs, a lot of different people, and it's a little bit more expensive. It's, like I said, around like 18 or 19, sometimes depending on where you get it, for the Art Plus Moleskine, and that's like the 6x8, whatever. It's not exactly 6x8, but whatever the size is, it's like closest to that. So I'd been getting those, and those are really nice. I like those, but something about like the leather cover and like the fact that it's refillable. It's why I really like this Traveler's Notebook. And if you didn't catch it at the top of the video, it is the Traveler's Notebook from the Traveler's Company. And the paper, I think they license from different companies. Like the sketch paper, I think, is Tomo paper, and some of the diary or journal inserts are Midori paper. So, and those are some pretty good brands. So, it's nice. It's nice to see that kind of high quality paper, because I really appreciate the high quality on paper. It's like I've used a lot of different papers, and I've gotten to the point where I can tell the difference. So I really appreciate when companies will go the extra mile to have quality paper in their sketchbooks. I mean, obviously why I buy a sketchbook is for the quality. So yeah, the higher quality paper, the better. So I definitely appreciate that. But let me know what you think. Also in the comments, if you've tried something similar. I know there's several different types of refillable sketchbooks out there. And when I picked this sketchbook out, I was looking at a bunch of different kinds of refillable sketchbooks. And this one stood out to me because of the leather cover. But I've seen some other ones too. So if you've used a refillable sketchbook before, or like know one that you really like, definitely share it in the comments. I'm sure other people would like to read it, and I'd definitely be curious to get your opinion, see, different sketchbooks you've tried. It doesn't even have to be a refillable one, but like if you want, just post your favorite sketchbook in the comments. We can kind of like see what the spread is for what kind of sketchbook people like, because there's so many different kinds, and everybody's different as an artist, so like everybody's inclined to use something different. And I find it really interesting to see the different things people use, and maybe why. Is it because you like this sketchbook because you use a certain medium, or something like that, or whatever your reason is. Maybe you just like the cover. Who knows? I mean, I ended up picking out the Moleskine ones because they had colorful, high quality covers. That was the reason I first ended up using the Moleskine sketchbooks. So sometimes it's something as simple as that will draw you to a sketchbook. And sometimes it's, something a little bit more tangible, like, oh, well, I like the paper. It's like, well, it looks cool. The paper's also good. That's a bonus. But looking cool, having like a cool book to carry around is an important part of choosing a sketchbook, at least in my opinion. Having something that feels good to take with you, that you don't want to forget when you leave the house, I don't know. It feels good. But yeah, I'm really liking this paper so far. It's absolutely fantastic for graphite. So let's try something else. I've got this. This is a Pilot Precise V5 pen. It's just like a standard rollerball pen that you can get at like Walmart or pretty much any store you go to, in the like office supply and pen section. So I like to use mostly graphite, and for pens, I tend to generally stick around rollerball pens and ballpoint pens. because that's what I like to use. And those inks usually don't run very much, so I don't get a lot of experience with like, you know, paper that runs or that feathers and doesn't feather. But from what I have used, this paper seems like it's going to be really good for a lot of different mediums. It's high quality drawing paper. It feels really good to use, and the perforation is also really nice. I mean, I feel for the most part I'm going to keep my stuff inside my sketchbook because I always either sell them as a singular book, the sketchbooks, or I'll scan them all into like one file. So I usually will keep them together. In the past, I've actually like sold pages out of my sketchbook and like either torn them out or cut them out when people find like like one individual page that they really like and like, oh, I really want that drawing, like I want to buy that page. I've done that in the past, but in recent years I've mostly been selling like the whole books together. So even though the pages are perforated, I probably won't be using that feature so much, but it is like a nice little bonus in case I ever do have a need for perforated paper. Every once in a while I will sketch something out in my sketchbook and then need to tear it out to either light box it or, you know, do another sketch or scan it or something like that. You never know. It's having that feature could be helpful even if you don't plan on using it a whole lot. But yeah, just getting some doodles in here. It feels really good. This might be this might be the sketchbook for a very long time. I always get kind of wary too when I buy a new sketchbook. I always make sure that it's like somewhat popular, so that I know that it's not gonna like stop being made or anything like that, because that would be awful to find like a wonderful new sketchbook and then they stop making it. So it happened to me once before. I can't remember the brand of the sketchbook. It was another refillable sketchbook I was looking at, and like I called a few places like, do you guys have the refills for the sketchbook? And they're like, no, like we haven't carried those for a while. I was like, well, this one would be nice, but they don't really make it anymore, so it'd be impossible to find. So why am I gonna buy a refillable sketchbook cover that I can't find refills for? That doesn't make very much sense at all. So yeah, I found this one through JetPens, and this seems to be the one. And they make a lot of stuff for it, which is really cool. Yeah, the rollerball pen feels really nice. I mean, this is pretty much what, like, to be completely honest, this is pretty much what I expected from this paper, for it to be really good, but like actually sitting down and drawing with it has been really nice. And I've actually been I got this a few days ago, and I've been busy. I haven't had a chance to record a video, so I've been waiting to actually start drawing in the sketchbook until I get the video recorded. So you're welcome. I waited for you guys. Not that it matters now, because you're all just experiencing this as it happens, but I had to wait before getting to draw on this wonderful sketchbook, so there you go. And I'm just drawing one of my characters because that's like the easiest thing to sit down and doodle. I already know what I'm doing. Yeah, it feels really good. Feels really, really good. And last, I'm going to try a little bit of ballpoint, because why not? This is really nice. I'm probably going to be able to draw on both sides of this too. The paper is thick enough, you can see there's not much of there's a little bit of an image with the rollerball pen that I use, but for the graphite there's nothing, because it's a little bit thicker paper. It's really nice. I've been getting more and more the last few months I've been getting more and more into like smooth paper. Something about like the texture of graphite that like it comes through really nice on smooth paper, and like you get nice like potential for like shading and blending and stuff using smoother paper. So I started using like Bristol board and stuff for a lot of my Bristol board for a lot of my like larger colored pieces. And then I got the traveler's notebook that came with that insert, the notebook paper insert, and the paper was really light and smooth. And so I was using the Bristol board for my larger pieces and the smooth paper in my sketchbook, and I kind of accidentally discovered that I really, really enjoy drawing on pretty smooth paper. And like I said, this has very little tooth, so it's very, very smooth. And they do have a few different kinds of drawing paper for this traveler's notebook. There's one that's got a little bit more tooth to it that I didn't try, that I probably will try eventually. they have the like I said, all the notebook, the journal, and the planner inserts, which I may not try all of those, but I definitely like to try all the drawing paper ones, especially if I'm going to be using this sketchbook long term. I just want to, even if I wouldn't end up liking it, it'd be good to try everything. And if I do end up getting more inserts for this, I'll do kind of like an update video where I talk about the rest of the inserts that I've gotten. But at least in this video, we can talk about the ones that I have right now. So I have the number 12 and the number 13 inserts. This is the number 12. The number 13 is the lightweight paper one I've got in the back there. Just in case you need a reminder, or you were heading to the website to check it out for yourself. JetPens is a great place to look because not only do they have all of the Traveler's Notebook stuff like in one place, but they actually have an article about all the different paper inserts and like how to put new inserts in and stuff like that. So if you want to get some more information than what my feeble mind can remember in the moment of recording this video, then definitely check out JetPens. And I'll put a link not only to jetpens.com, which is a great website to get all sorts of pens and paper and different stuff like that, but I'll also put a link to that article about this particular sketchbook, the notebook rather, the Traveler's Notebook, so you can get all the exact details, all the sizing and everything for yourself. Because I don't have all of that information, I'm kind of just going off of what I already know for this video and kind of just talking about my experience with the sketchbook personally, rather than talking about the actual like specs, size, and all that of the sketchbook. So if you want to find out those finer details, I'll link all the relative stuff in the description. But yeah, definitely go check it out for yourself if you're interested. JetPens is a great website that I've used for a very long time to get all sorts of different stuff. So they definitely deserve your business if you want to go check them out. Definitely do that. They got all sorts of cool stuff on there. Even if you're not looking for sketchbooks, just give a look through. They have a lot of really cool products as far as like not only like the Japanese writing and drawing tools like pens and notebooks and stuff that can be hard to find here if you're in the States, but all sorts of really cool stuff, from planners to pen cases to bags to pretty much anything you could need to find for writing or art supplies. Like I said, go check it out. I'll keep plugging them. I'm not sponsored by JetPens or anything. I just think it's a really great website, and that if you haven't gone to check it out, you definitely should. So this has been pretty much the video about this sketchbook. If you have any additional questions, like for me personally about this sketchbook, like how I feel about certain things, definitely let me know. I'd be happy to answer any questions. And if you want to know more specific things about the notebook, then I'll put that stuff in the description, like I said. So yeah, this has been the Traveler's Notebook, my review. I guess I should kind of give like a general review of it, right? I probably should. So I've been talking about it. I like this sketchbook. I like it a lot. If I were to give it like a 1 to 10 rating, I'd give it a solid like 9.5. And that would just be because of the design of the elastic strap in the back that makes like a bump under the sketchbook when you draw. That's literally the only thing that I don't like. Without that, it would be a literal perfect 10. Not only for the quality of the cover, the paper, and all of that, but like you're just not going to find a sketchbook like this that you can customize to be exactly what you want out of a sketchbook. And there's just really, there's nothing better than that. So yeah, check it out, and thanks for watching the video, guys. You're the best, and I love you. Bye-bye.